Say Ambu is, I think, the correct choice here. Towards Fierce apparently does work. I'm pretty sure Yang wins this matchup pretty bad. He did in fact go with Super 3, and Q went with Super 2. Both these characters can pick 2 different supers in this matchup. I think they both picked the correct options. Oh, the ticket to the overhead. TM's kind of a wizard. My brother's been doing everything in his power to ruin my birthday weekend. He literally hasn't contributed anything. He didn't give me a present, but he said he planned to give me one, and I believe him. He didn't do anything to enhance, like... He kind of did something to enhance my, like, me hanging out with one of my friends. That's a good fake cross-up. This shit's really hard. He's a year and 11 months older than me. He's doing that thing that I like. I hate my brother. He's really into music, and he's always playing like electric guitar on an amp or like drums or shit like that all the time. And he doesn't care at all like if there's other people in the house who want him to not be like making noise. He has never cared. Like I could be fast asleep and he'll just like start like playing his drums or shit like that. It's so frustrating when there's someone like making a lot of noise in your house and you can't stop it. And what's worse is my parents like really encouraged my brother's musical talent. They were like, oh, it's like a form of creative expression, which it is. Nice. Oh, I traded though. That was an ugly trade. Most of the damage is in the second hit. You still have a lot of time to juggle out of that. Maybe you get the first hit only. Anyway, my parents would get mad when I like complained that he was being loud. It'd be like at least he's like being creative. At least he's like expressing himself. And now he's like 4 years out of college. And he like isn't doing anything related to music, even though he like tried to get like a degree in music. And tried to make like a life out of music. And he like completely failed. Because it's super hard and super competitive and all that, even though he's like a pretty good musician. Failed red parry. He didn't actually go out with the degree in music. He changed his degree, I think, literally 4 times in college. Jab. He just wants the activate. Doesn't want the reset. Overhead combos easily in say Ambu on tall characters. Fake cross-ups are really strong. You can even get real cross-up dive kicks, I'm pretty sure. You can get unblockables on tall characters with say Ambu. It's just really bad. Say Ambu kind of fucks up tall characters. And it charges really quick too. Say Ambu in this matchup is honestly almost as good as Gain Agent in fucking most matchups. That's the saddest thing I've ever heard, J-Hemp. Nice. As a punish. That was a guard throw. I'm gonna literally call my brother and tell him to stop playing. I'm gonna dial him on the phone. He's not picking up his phone. He's not even stopping playing. Stop playing so loud. I'll play somewhere else. Alright, he picked up his phone. And he said yes. Sayambu. Ganejin makes moves have way less startup and way less recovery. Sayambu makes a series of shadows that follow Yang around. And the shadows, even if you hit Yang out of his attacks, as long as Yang got to a point where he had a hitbox, the shadows will also have a hitbox. Which means Yang can trade and then the shadows still have a hitbox, or like Yang can miss his attacks but the shadows can still... It's weird. Basically, yeah, it gives them super priority, but priority is an imaginary word and we should all know that. He missed the last hit. Oh yeah, Yang when he takes a throw in this matchup, he like levitates. It's weird. It's like maybe a bug, maybe not. Oh, that would have a connect there. Yang would have dizzied. It would have been a kill maybe. Empty dive into EX Rekos is pretty good. EX Rekos are in general very hard to do anything about. They're safe up to like several Rekos. And they combo from lights and they do good damage in dizzy. They're where pretty much all of Yang's meters should go. There's no such thing as priority. It's only it's just hurt boxes. It's hitboxes and hurt boxes. I'm like 99.9% sure of that. I don't think there's any sort of secret property of moves that makes one always beat another. Oftentimes one will actually always beat another, but it just depends on where the hitboxes are and where the hurt boxes are. Same roundhouse, pretty good button in this matchup. If it gets parried, Yang takes a lot of damage though. I've never heard anything like that. I've never heard anything like that at all. That doesn't sound right. Bakey cakey for Baf. Is the cake baked? I'm just chilling here. I'm kind of tired to be honest. Ganejin is OP because every move has like fucking no startup and fucking generous recovery. Like you're always in block stun. Literally, you get hit again before your block stun ends. Oh, what a weird juggle. Does that really all work? No, no human way. Damn, I've lost so much sleep over the last couple days because my brother brought his dogs who fucking started barking. I couldn't fucking fall asleep until really late last night because my brother's dogs. My brother like left to go like fucking, I don't know what, in Fullerton at like midnight, and then from midnight to like 2 a.m. or whatever, his dogs were just barking because they literally like all the time he's not around. They're loud as hell. Wow, maybe that is a real thing. Let's investigate it some. was a pretty short thread. I will do some investigation on my own part for this. That's very interesting if it's true. His dogs already don't mind me. They've gotten used to me over the last few visits. The problem is they're literally like always around him. Now priority is just it's a summary word most of the time. Priority is referring to several different things very quickly. It's like a nice little word to just catch everything. Priority refers generally to moves with better startup, moves with more recessed hurt boxes, and moves with better hitboxes. Priority just refers to all of that at once. A move with short startup, a good hitbox, and a recessed hurt box has good priority. It doesn't have, there's no actual thing called priority in Street Fighter 4 though. There's no like move property called priority. It's just a combination of other things. That was really good use of the crouch. That's really difficult to use well. That was it again, I think. So Q's from crouch to stand animation is unthrowable for several frames. So Ambu does radically different things than Ganejin. Most immediately, it doesn't juggle. Say Enbu tends to immediately use up juggle potential rather than constantly reset it. He used the command grab to get taunts instead of do damage. I mean, napping sounds pretty good right now. Like, really good, actually. You can get a little bit of a walk-in on Q. Lets you get bigger damage than normal. Q is a real big body. So every juggle that works, for the most part, every juggle that works on someone works on Q. Exceptionally wide falling hurt box. Like a delayed landing on fall. Hitbox is very friendly towards rejuggles and stuff. Oh boy, a 1 hour nap, my favorite. That actually kind of does sound good. Stand Fierce and TX Rekka's worked because Q was going for a low parry. Q has a lot of health when he gets those taunts off. It's over. It's over. It's over. It wasn't over. If he got the second dash punch, he could have cancelled into super too, and it would have killed. That's a shame. Yun is already high tier without Ganejin. Ganejin is fantastic, but Yun's other supers are all good, and his like normals and specials are good too. What a strange juggle. That was cool. I've never seen that in my life. I don't see new things very often in this game. But that's a Yang specific juggle on Q, and it was neat. He's dropping juggles. This is such a weird match because it's theoretically in Yang's favor by a lot, but like, nice. Yang has to play so perfect, and if he fucks up even a little bit, he loses so much health. I hate matchups like that. Bro, like you have an advantage, but you have no margin of error at all. Not to mention Third Strike is the game where you cannot fuck up and still lose. There's a new level of fucking up, and that level of fucking up is called being predictable. TM is the one Q I've really seen use the unthrowable hitbox thing, unthrowable crouch. I think Q needs like a new special move. Or something. I think he needs like some radical redesign. I feel like he needs an entirely new slew of normals. Or his normals to be carefully examined. Something about Q isn't right. I think they need to throw him around a bit until it's right. I definitely think they would make his taunt into a special move. If he ever came back. A Super 2 is 2 guaranteed taunts. Taunts raise your defense, not your health, so your health percentage is constant. Which means technically a taunt does less and less the more health you've already lost. So how worth it is to go for taunts depends a lot on your current health. You have no health and you get, if you have 0 taunts or 3 taunts, you still die in one hit. You talk about mystery like it's inherently good. It's not. I don't feel like there's anything enticing about Q. You can't have a juggle there. If it's like a capture and destroy super and then capture and destroy combo that ends in super, there's no juggle potential left, so he can just get off a taunt. It's like the best he can do. 3 taunts is max. There are a lot of characters that have only existed in one version of one fucking Street Fighter game. Q is Dictator. The best theory I've ever heard for who Q is Q is the guy in his own ending. There's like a black guy who wears almost the same clothes as Q, minus the coat. Who's like trying to investigate who Q is and why he keeps appearing around the world. Multiple Qs seems likely. Q is just a reference to Robo Detective K. There's nothing more to Q than that. He was going to be a training dummy, and then they wanted to have a reference to Robo Detective K, so they put one in. Presence with an S. Oh god. I'm going to show 100% favoritism when it comes to my presence. My actual theory is that Capcom didn't have a plan when they made Q. And even if they did, the people who had a plan are gone. Maybe not gone, but like not in creative direction anymore. When I think of mystery, it's a lot more enticing to me to think that like the creator had like a plan, and I'm wondering what it is. If I found out the creator had no plan, I'd be like, oh, it would make it a lot less enticing. John's father, I've never even heard that theory. It's like silly. He's huge. The Street Fighter universe is not that fleshed out. They could just create they can just create new characters on a whim, and it wouldn't be unbelievable. It's such a huge, expansive universe in theory. Zombie Balrog makes a lot more sense than Zombie Sagat. Maybe it's that kid that Balrog found in the fucking abandoned Shadaloo building. It's gonna kill, I think. I'm pretty sure not Yang. I'm pretty sure Sean didn't have a sister before. Pretty sure that's never been referenced anywhere. They just made one, and I'm not unhappy they made one. But the point is they can just make a character, and it's not unbelievable. Which I feel kind of defeats like a lot of the mystery of an unknown character. It's like you could just say it's anyone. It doesn't have to be someone related to everyone else. And even if it was, like, I don't know, so what? We don't know that it's any character. We don't know that like any character would find that even unbelievable. The only character where it's like that's kind of impressive is Chun-Li's dad, because we know Chun-Li has a dad, or had a dad, and he's supposed to be dead. Like it could be any character's father is Q. And the reason we latch on to Chun-Li's father is just because like it seems unlikely that it could be. There's story behind Abel. He's the prototype for a series of clone bodies that Bison uses. The storyline is in like the DVD that came with Vanilla Special Edition, I think. That's why he has literally the same height and face as Seth. If you literally look at their faces, they're nearly identical. Q appears to be a skin under his neck there. But I don't know. Oh yeah, the hands are definitely gloves, but I think he was talking about the neck. Oh, Abel's ignored in the bonus DVD. Never mind. Well, it's somewhere. Seth is a clone of Abel, yes. Either that or Seth and Abel are both clones of the same person. From what I've gathered, Abel was a mercenary who was then picked as an ideal host body for Bison, and then experimented on, and then clones were designed in his image. Yeah, electric attacks just show off his body shape. He looks like a robot. He's got like a weird robo head. He looks pretty weird without the head on. That was a failed super, I think, off the parry. When you say Q, do you mean like 12 or something? 12 and Q do not have skeletons. Every other character does. Seth's normals are taken from Gil and Urian because Seth is a prototype of the project that leads to Gil and Urian. But it's never stated, but it's certainly implied. Gil and Urian are very questionably human. They're like freaky test tube babies. Seth is also questionably human. Nice, red parry. He needed that bad. That was very difficult. Seized victory from the jaws of defeat there. Bison doesn't get a new body at the end of 4 because he doesn't die in 4. Bison needs a new body whenever his body is destroyed. Bison's died twice in the series. Bison died after at the climax of Super Turbo, and he died at the climax of Alpha 3. Both times he got like a new body. I'm turning 12. 12 years young. I just want to see the moto. I just want to see some 12 action. These two on the classic tier list have the same spot. But that's almost impossible to conceive, because like Hugo is so good against other characters and 12 is so bad against other characters. In Alpha 3, literally whoever you beat the game with kills him. He like his body collapses under its own power after he loses the final fight. His body in 5 and 4 are almost definitely the same body. That's also why Bison's body type actually has changed across the games. Oh, but even though 12 normally traditionally sucks, he's actually pretty good in this matchup. But it's another one of those matchups where one character theoretically wins, but also gets destroyed if they make a single mistake ever. Hugo's damage output is so much higher than 12's. Like, see how he just parried a clap and got a low short punish? It's like if that clap succeeded, he would have lost literally like a quarter of his health. Yeah, even like DJ or like fucking Yun. Even like the fucking like joke characters who would never kill Bison. What's really strange is in Alpha 1 and in Street Fighter 2, they made this big deal that like Charlie was dead, and that was Guile's reason for fighting. And then in Street Fighter Alpha and Alpha 2, like in Alpha 1, it's like Charlie's playable instead of Guile. And then to compensate, like to explain everything, it's like in his ending, he dies as like a setup for Guile. But then they made an Alpha 2 and they're like, oops. So like Charlie's still playable. And then they like show Charlie dying in his own ending again. And continue the story with various other characters. And then in Alpha 3, it's like, oh shit. And they put Charlie back in again because he's like a cool character. And then that time, for fucking whatever bizarre reason, Charlie actually doesn't die in his own ending. So there's nothing that like leads to Charlie dying in Alpha 3, which ended up being the last one. It's like nice foresight, guys. For what it's worth, in the console version of Alpha 3, if you play as Guile, who's an added console character, Charlie dies in Guile's ending. Which makes sense, I guess. I think lore in fighting games is funny. Fighting games can have really cool lore. I cite Mortal Kombat as a game that has a very interesting story. You can just see that 12 has really good ability to control space in this matchup. The problem arises whenever he takes damage. Blast Blue has a cool story from what I've seen. Twelve would absolutely work in a game that's not 3S. That red parry. He super jump canceled this stay medium kick, so the throw wasn't a punish though. That was kind of cool. 12 stay medium kick super jump cancels, and then you can cancel it to other things if you super jump and then cancel the pre-jump frames. And you can actually do a super jump cancel into an air super 2 and it'll combo if you're perfect. The fourth wall breaks are excellent in Mortal Kombat. Like people speaking in jumbled letters and shit. They always had really interesting plots for Mortal Kombat games. The only problem is that oftentimes they would focus on a character who wasn't very interesting. Chujinko was okay. Taven was kind of bad. But like oftentimes it'd be like yes, Street Fighter 5 definitely has the potential, I feel. Oftentimes like oftentimes they just ditch a character that was kind of cool. He built a lot of meter out of that, unless he already had that full super. Indian Hawk. That's oh shit. Nightwolf. Oftentimes there were characters that were kind of interesting that I didn't do anything with. Like Ashura was really cool, but she was very irrelevant to the plot. Nitara was very cool, but she was very irrelevant to the plot. Noob was very cool, but they didn't really do enough with him. You know what I mean? There were interesting characters, and there were characters you followed around, but they were rarely the same. What would I add to the game? Proper guard breaks. Right now we only have like certain guard breaks based on like guard breaking moves. Or I'm only aware of Denshin Hadoken. Noob is really cool. Smoke. Smoke is the classic example of a character where it's just like, NetherRealm, why are you not doing anything with this character? Smoke is like the eternal example of that. Rock, what the fuck? I thought I knew every MK character. What the fuck is a Rock? Smoke has such an interesting backstory. I'm glad they kind of use him in MK9. I'm glad he had a decent role in that game. Where he basically swapped places with Sub-Zero. I like the absolutely zero explanation for how Sub-Zero went from cybernetic to human. Reptile has always been one of my favorites. I think even in the US version, if Third Strike Urian bleeds, if he loses to a timeout. There's an Easter egg hidden in almost every character's like win poses, lost poses, or like character intros, or stuff like that. I think they hand wave it once. This is Durock. My body's ready. The journey begins. I didn't watch this. Is he like another Shokan? What games do I have on PS3? What are you asking about? How do you mean? You want me to just go into my PS3 drawer and list all of them? You can just like ask me if there's a game that you're thinking of if I have it. Shokan's like an entire species. Goro is the strongest of them. I think he's also a prince, but I could be wrong. Fun fact, Goro is the champion of Mortal Kombat and the character for which the first game is named. That's Goro's neat little claim to fame. He's one of the strongest characters in the Mortal Kombat universe. I don't have Tokyo Jungle. In terms of Mortal Kombat power levels, Shao Kahn is extremely high. Let's call him a 10, because he's probably the strongest. Onaga is extremely high. Let's call him a 10 as well. I don't really want to... Theoretically, Shao Kahn has been shown beating Onaga in the very few times they've encountered each other in battle. Shang Tsung and Quan Chi are both extremely high, but not really as fighters, more as like wizards. But them together was considered the most dangerous thing for like the Omniverse. So I would say that whatever they are, their combined rating is apparently above Shao Kahn or Onaga or anything like that. So let's call them 7s. Goro is probably like an 8 or a 9. Shinnok is not the strongest. Shinnok is an Elder God, and Elder Gods can break the rules, but they're not like combat oriented. Just because you're an Elder God doesn't make you like supremely powerful or anything like that. That's never been implied in the Mortal Kombat games. In fact, it's outright stated that Raiden as a god is stronger than like all the Elder Gods because he's a god literally built for combat. It is against the rules, but I might do it on like Hitbox or something. Though it sounds good movie for a Beth movie night. Kotal's probably really strong, but he doesn't seem to be as broken as Shao Kahn ever was. But there's not good indication to rate him. But Goro would almost certainly be an 8 or a 9, and it's probable that Liu Kang would be somewhere around an 8 or a 9 as well. Raiden is he still answers to the Elder Gods, but he's theoretically stronger than them in terms of combat. But Elder Gods can do literally anything. They're like omnipotent, mostly. They just choose to do nothing like 99.9% of the time. But that omnipotence, for whatever reason, does not extend to like combat skills. Most of the other Mortal Kombat characters would probably fall somewhere like 5 or below. Ermac is supposed to be pretty strong. Sub-Zero and Scorpion are both moderately strong in their own right, but not like as good as any of the characters I just listed. Kung Lao is supposed to only barely be weaker than Liu Kang. So he's probably like, let's call him a 7. Johnny beat Goro in the movie, but like Johnny is actually like a super powerful person. He actually is. Like Johnny Cage has a crazy good record versus other Mortal Kombat characters. Johnny Cage is actually one of the strongest characters in the series. The movies are non-canon, but they're occasionally referenced in the games that are canon. Technically speaking, Johnny Cage also kills Goro in Shaolin Monks, but that game is also questionably non-canon. Guns are not a joke in the Mortal Kombat universe. It's not like Matrix where everyone can just magically make guns not care about guns, or like DBZ or something. Guns are still very potent. Striker's a throwaway character, but it's not like he's literally just the question of like, would just a riot cop be able to function against all these guys? And the answer is kind of. A well-equipped riot cop. A lot of the characters are straight jobbers. Molina jumps back and forth between like a 5 and a 2. Katana jumps somewhere between a 3 and a 5. Motaro is strong, supposedly. I don't know what number I'd put him at. Baraka is supposedly strong for a Tarkatan, but he's kind of a jobber too. Most of the other characters can beat him. A lot of the new characters are jobbers. Like pretty much everyone from like the Black Dragon and the Red Dragon is a little bit of a jobber compared to all those guys. Mocap has a fucking he's a secret 11. I don't know where the fuck the robots fit. I would think they're not all created equal. But you don't really see Cyrax, Sector, or Smoke do anything really impressive. You mostly just see them lose. Sector in particular, like, never ever beats anyone. He's the son of the Lin Kuei Grandmaster, but, like, does he actually... I don't even have this guy D2. I've got a bunch of other Disgaea games that I haven't played that I'm waiting on, though. I don't know where the fuck Motaro fits into anything. I know Kintaro isn't supposed to be as strong as Goro. I know that Shao Kahn personally identifies Goro as like one of the most powerful people in Outworld. Those two are good friends. It's like a random good relationship with like two. It's such a weird good relationship. It's like those two are like super friendly with each other, but like Goro is not expressly evil, and Shao Kahn is like, I don't know, super indifferent to the suffering of the people in his country. I mean, Cyrax and Sector are strong characters in game, but in universe, they don't really do a whole lot. I'm kinda dizzy. I don't have D2. D2 is the one I'm missing. I don't have Disgaea 5 either. I think that just came out. I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Shiva and Serena are theoretically both kind of jobbers. Shiva is stronger than like a normal person, but weaker than most of the cast. Shiva is just carried by her species. Serena, we don't have a whole lot of good indication. She could be anywhere, I guess. Ermac and Kenshi are both supposed to be really strong compared to most characters. Frost is a little bit of a jobber. She's not supposed to be very strong in universe. She loses to Sonya, she loses to Sub-Zero. She's not shown winning anything. She loses to Shujinko, I guess. She loses to Cassie. Nightwolf was a jobber, but they kind of buffed him in MK9. He kind of got plot relevance. They like souped up his power level. He wanted to being like a full-blown mystic. I enjoyed that. Damn, nice. Nice punish. I didn't actually see Dreamcat. I kind of want to watch the archives. What was the channel it was on? Reiko is theoretically quite strong. He's a general in Outworld's armies. That's something. He's probably at least as good as probably at least as good as like Baraka. Probably better. Oh, I can't watch archives from Capcom Fighters. You have to pay. You have to be a subscriber, or else the archives don't work. I've got to wait for them to go on YouTube. Watching the Super 2 Hugo is kind of cool. He changed though. Super 2 Hugo is not terrible. It's mostly just useful against Aura and 12. But most of the other supers are as good. And the other supers are actually good against everyone. I think he could have done like a Towards Fierce or a Lariat or something there. That functions as a true anti-air, but it's parryable. And it's not even that hard of a parry. It doesn't hit like really quickly or anything. Later Fiend Mo. Antano Debanya. That's Poison's line in this game. That's the thing she says. I think she says something else if you do the Poison Taunt. Which I think is up plus taunt. Or something. Anta is a way of saying Inada, which means you. And Debon, De means like coming. And Bon means number. Antana Debon basically means like it's your turn. It's you. You're up, basically. Antana Debon yo. And the yo just kind of is like an inflection because she's asserting it. That was one of the first Japanese lines I understood after taking Japanese. I was like, oh. Ken's line is Kakatekina. Which is basically like get up and fight. Get up and come. Come at me, bro. That's basically what it is. Ken's taunt is come at me, bro. Yeah, get up and come. My taunt is mina mitete kure, which pretty much means everyone look at me. Everyone look. Everyone check it out. No, that's what I just said, my taunt. I was just saying. Some Japanese. Yeah. Those were like the first things I wondered, like what the people were saying in Japanese, and then I heard it and I like broke it down. I was like, oh, I've been thinking about Japanese so much lately, cause that Japanese guy. Oh yes, this is gonna be a picture of Elena's giant ass. Yes, yes. You want guys to like you? You gotta use those likes for something else. Oh baby, Alex, that's lewd. That's lewd as fuck. I studied Japanese for 4 years in high school and 1 additional year in college, and that was like 4 years ago now. How about Oro Fuji versus Dudley Aiku? I'm always looking for more download in this matchup. This matchup is extremely strange because Oro has a functional infinite and it's still a 5-5. Because the context in which Oro can land that infinite is actually very difficult if Dudley's playing well. And Dudley kind of wins in footsies, although it's close. Dudley's better off of the two in footsies. Oro kind of thrashes Dudley in footsies until the very highest level, and then it starts being kind of more in Dudley's favor. It's gonna trade. It's a good trade for Dudley though. Nice. He didn't have the bar. He almost built it and then he didn't. That's a hell of a read. You don't do shit like that in this game very often. I want special interest back so badly. That's one of the things I always want back. That was a good reaction from the Dudley. You didn't really have a whole lot you could do there. Jump jab stopped Aura from going for another attack. That was cool. That's a move that normally resets and a juggle into super. This is a matchup where Oro probably should run super 2. This is a matchup where Oro super 2 is almost definitely better. 3 still functions, but like 2 is just a better super. He's still going 3. 3 gives you a little bit more freedom. You can land a good super connect anywhere, and you can use like pressure super to help in footsies instead of just doing juggle super. But like super 2 actually really controls Dudley's movement. Overhead. I was so sure of myself. I would have gone overhead. Still at least making good use of ducking upper. Or ducking. That's it. Nice. If you want to lose in third strike, I'll help. Nice combo. It's really difficult for Aro to punish that. You can red parry the last hit, and I think sometimes you can do reversal hard uppercut, but that looked like not such a time. Oro can actually win off a single connect right now. If Oro hit confirms to stand strong, he wins. Uppercut would have punished there. That was a fucking hell of a play. There were two in SF4s there. Fuji Oro is pretty good, but I feel like he's not even doing any better than I would do. What the dog? Yes, that is the conventional order. Most people put Yun and Chun-Li as approximately the highest, and then Ken and Makoto as approximately the second highest. Yun and Chun-Li have a very similar niche, or a very similar spot in the tier list. And Ken and Makoto have a very similar spot in the tier list. Holy fuck, Oro, stop blocking with your face. Oh my god. That was so much damage so quickly, with no combos. Dudley and Akuma are probably next. They're probably in a very similar spot. Alright, Crouch Fierce? No, wow. Actually, I like that. He went for the 3-stone super. Oh my god, he fucked that up so badly. Ryu doesn't really have that many weaknesses or strengths. He has kind of a hard time confirming his supers. That would be probably the biggest problem that Ryu faces. Otherwise, he's pretty similar to Ken, except Ken can confirm a super easier. Yeah, that's basically Ryu's problem, is he's too fair. All the characters better than Ryu are kind of broken for one reason or another. Ducking into short swing blow is so strong. Or didn't have a punish available. I mean, he probably did, but like he didn't go for it. This is still very much in Ora's favor, believe it or not. There it is. Dudley had to get pretty lucky to win there. I saw it. There we go. Yep. This isn't kind of quite dizzy. He probably should have done the Crouch Fierce reset. That was a very, very safe. Light Punch TP into Super 1 doesn't even work, I don't think. I mean, it works if you, like, cancel it, but it doesn't work if you juggle it. And Light Punch TP you can't even hit confirm anyway, or you can, but it's really difficult. Any super works as like a punish, except like Remy's Super 3, I guess. Ryu's really strong. He's one of the stronger characters in the game in terms of just damage. If Ryu gets a parry, he gets way more damage than most characters. Wow. Lily's making this hella hard. Oh, that's it. It's over. EX super. Yep. Stay around. That's fine. It doesn't matter. He was all surprised too. It was like he was expecting a ducking upper into a super, but it was just a ducking straight. It was only the one parry. He was like, oh. Chun-Li's top because she's got a really good Gara throw and a low forward that is 100% safe that counter pokes most of the buttons in the game. That she can reaction confirm it to Super 2. That does half the opponent's health. Also, she has the fastest meter build in the game if she's not hitting you. So she's got good ability to play, good ability to turtle. Chun-Li can basically poke with a 100% safe attack that she can immediately decide to make do half your health. What a garbage punish. It wasn't even the Aura's fault. He can't even really do better than that. Not only that, but like it is build super like a mofo, it kills you with super. But if you try and defend yourself against her crouch forward, you basically have to be holding down back and not hitting buttons. And again, she has the second biggest car throw in the game. It's not just that Chun-Li has a single strong tool, it's that she has a really strong mix-up. Yeah, that's Ryu's best confirm, and it's not that good. It's the same confirm Ken has. It does, I think, about the same damage, maybe slightly more. Holy shit, holy shit. Don't use the super, don't use it. Okay, thank you. Yeah. That's exactly how I would have played that. He made all the same decisions once he got the dizzy. Wake up, he did like parry. You don't need to do that when you have stones. You might as well just do like meaty stand like kick into block. Or build super fast. If he gets a good connect, he can probably get a super even with this amount of bar. No, he definitely can. That was it. Well, he could then walk in into stand strong again. It is? I've never heard of such a thing. Crouch medium kick has a really small cancel window. Are you sure of yourself? You need to cancel it after you like see it hit. It's not just enough to like after you hit the button. I don't think you can do that kind of hit confirm. Every now and then I hear someone bring that up, but I don't think it's something that can be done. I just hear people saying it's theoretically possible. It's the same timing as Ken's. I don't know the frame where Ryu's super cancel no longer becomes possible, but it's very small. It's not like Chun-Li's where it's giant. I kind of want to play some third strike. Does anyone want to play against me? If you're not very good, then I'll just play a character that's not Aura. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. It sounds so impossible when you actually try it. And I have pretty good reactions. Everyone always asks if it's possible in training mode for Fightcade. The short answer is no. What you actually need to do is use the program that comes with Fightcade Final Burn Alpha, and then use cheats for Third Strike to set up a training mode yourself. And the cheats you would use are infinite health, infinite meter, and I guess that's it. Infinite health player 2, infinite meter player 1, and infinite time. There are a couple of programs floating around that allow you to do it really easily. I want to play food in my stomach. Compelling. I'm still in my underwear. Nice, that's a punish. He had already done the ducking, I think, or at least all the motion for it. Oh, he didn't have a super. He couldn't confirm that into anything. Or still a good connect away from winning. That's it. Why was that such a bad punish? Chicken combo into EX Super would have straight up killed. Chicken combo should be your go-to punish anyway. What the fuck was he thinking? That was a really bad jump. Germany and fight Cade. I'm okay to tolerate Germany, but that second problem I cannot tolerate. I like the way he's using towards strong. That's kind of an underrated poke. The frame data is not that great. It's minus a lot. Nice. Counter poke with a stand medium kick. Meaty stand strong. That's the kind of thing I would do. Hey, Chef Cats. Long time no see. And by that I mean earlier today. I just want to do like a couple games. Like, maybe like 10. Nice. Oh, that was so good too. Stand strong low parry. I do that sometimes. No, if you can't get it to work, there's no point even trying. Dudley's one of the characters where you can do universal overhead into juggles. Why? I feel like it's so bad to do meaty parry like that. Like if that was meaty block, you would have blocked the uppercut. I should get ready to go hang out with my friends. I should like shower and get dressed. I think I'm just gonna watch this match and then leave. Huh. That actually worked really well for him. Good pickup. He whiffed the crouch slide kick and still got the conversion. That was a deliberately short combo. Oh, it's over. Why the fuck would you ever do wake up like uppercut? Later in Tropic. And thanks, who was that? GF Money? Who put that out there? There we go. That build's a little bit more dizzy than the normal combo, but does a bit less damage. That's the low. Oh, it's not enough. Here, come back. I still don't really like that you running Super 3. Super 2 helps you a lot in footsies in addition to being amazing with the infinite. Nice. That's a really ideal punish. Well, that's a good picture. That's like me. That's me right now. I don't want to watch one more. Utility keys. It was you. Thanks with the swoop. Oh. No red parry. It's kind of difficult to get that, but it's always worth attempting. I don't even know if you can get a walk-in stand strong there. He did it so confidently, it looked like it would work. I only ever got close medium kick there, which has a bigger activation window than close strong. Yeah. Getting out of that was insanely difficult for Dudley. He had to try and run the time. His best hope was just blocking. Yeah, Super 3 doesn't last very long. Nice. You should always be ready with a jump in parry to parry multiple things against Dudley. Alright. Strange, she's losing damage doing that. It's Dudley. It's too aggressive. Why was that not a chicken combo? Do a chicken combo! This Aura's doing really unoptimal punishes. That pisses me off. I just want to keep on watching. There's only 3 minutes left. Magikarp. That hard punch is pretty good in this matchup. Forward dash can low profile some stuff with Aura, but it's really easy to get too comfortable forward dashing. When in reality, it tends to just get you poked. Jump in, and followed by immediate backdash is so strong. You can counter. Your Aura's backdash recovers so quickly that you can poke a throw with. That was sadly probably pretty optimal. That was strange. Ooh! No, he wanted a close medium kick. He got far. Dudley could still win this, but it's going to be difficult. Very nice. Whoa, nice parry. Very nice. Good optimization of an air-to-air connect, which Dudley normally doesn't have the strongest follow-ups for. Oh, this is like over. That was a hell of a read.